amazed by that. I was like, what a dedication is that?
Yeah.
Running your company, building a temple, the whole temple on your own. On your own means obviously you're devotees, but kind of leading it. Oof, that
He's
is
in a rocket,
amazed by
Prabhu,
that.
right now. He's
It's
going at a
not
rocket speed.
easy by that's really my
Balaram Prabhu, it's your mercy, Nitya Prabhu's mercy.
that is let me offer
I'm,
let us all offer our most heartfelt obeisances to
and,
Satyasar Prabhu and Mataji.
and most importantly, Jai Subhadra's divine.
Yeah, really, I just wanted to tell, I'm just offering my heartfelt, I've been thinking about this last week more so. I offer my really Dandavat heartfelt obeisances to yourself and Mataji.
No,
Building a temple is so much hard work.
BRC is much global effect, global impact.
That's so much hard work, so much risk also, and so many issues which we have to handle in terms of just working with so many people, including the devotees, management, this, tedious issues, and all of that. Maybe so many ego issues, or you name it. I mean, so many things. And
More
then with all
importantly,
of
dealing
that, your
with
own company, and then you're you're running your own company so nicely for so many years,
Balaram
and
Prabhu.
and then giving 3 classes every day.
Okay, Balaram
Sorry,
Prabhu.
every week.
Thank you for your
Blown
encouragement.
away by that.
I will tell you one thing. It is more, the toughest part is dealing with my own mind. You know what I'm saying?
That's what a devotee becomes like. That, he let's say he recognizes more and more of the difficulty of dealing with the mind. But, that's the progress actually. It's really progress.
That's true. And,
But really, I'm not exaggerating this at all. I'm just
sure, Prabhuji.
just saying today's topic also in a way that being
Yeah,
Krishna
embarrassing a little
consciousness,
bit.
which
But
Maharaj has
Prabhu,
talked about.
correct. I mean, we all do service our whatever service given to us. You all are, right? You know, Anurag Prabhu. It's a big support for BRC and support for me also.
No, but we take one at a time. So now we are taking Satyasar.
No.
So
Let's go to the Manmana Bhava Madbhakta. Or what is the word?
This is very. It takes immense effort to be able to do so. Immense effort. How many temples people have been able to build, especially in the US? How many devotees have been able to lead building of a temple? I know of Harivilas Maharaj, one, Charu Prabhu, Really, how many other people, devotees came forward to actually build a temple? There are few. Obviously, there would be a few, but that's very few. That's very few, and many of them are Prabhupada disciples. After Prabhupada disciples, second generation to be able to do so, it is beyond words for me, frankly.
Sorry, Prabhu, I just finished my chewing the chewed.
So grateful to be able to.
Yes,
Isn't it, Nityagram Prabhu?
I wanted to just echo with Balaram Prabhu.
Why this is going on?
There is not enough
words. No, please, you mute yourself, Satyasar Prabhu.
No, you can mute yourself. Just listen, Prabhu, Satyasar Prabhu. Yeah. So I echo with you 100%. Yeah, it's not easy without blessings of Vaishnavas and association of wonderful devotees that Satyasar Prabhu had. That's why he's able to do like Hanuman, the tasks which not ordinary people can do. Building a temple in US is not easy. Yeah. So
I'm a product of my dear friends Mercy, Nityagarma Prabhu and Balaram Prabhu.
Not even building just a temple, Prabhu, a big size proper temple, not like a storefront.
Yeah.
Not like a storefront.
And also, Prabhuji, I want to tell you something, Prabhu. This is definitely, I mean, you both play a major. I'm not doing anything very extraordinary, but I'll take yours as a blessing. But I also want to recognize the role of my spiritual master. His Holiness Maharaj, because he is a pillar of support, the backbone, and the source of my spiritual strength. Otherwise, whatever little we are doing now, I cannot do that. I mean, it's not out of humility, I'm saying. This is my realization after going through this process. Unless you have the mercy of a Vaishnava and pure devotee, there is nothing is possible. We are not qualified for anything. So I think I just want to call out. I mean, there's no difference between Rompa Swami or Radhanath Maharaj or any other Prabhupada saints and disciples. They all carry the same potency, but it's because of them. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
And
Prabhu.
I'm not saying it in artificially, Prabhu. I really mean this.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
yes,
Certain things happen out of the blue. How is it possible? For example, a temple architect came from nowhere,
Hmm.
and this temple project manager, he came from nowhere. Actually, the construction project manager, right?
Hmm.
wow,
And there is all of a sudden, Krishna sent somebody. Ariulas Maharaj sent somebody to me, and that guy was giving me $250,000 donation.
Wow.
He said,
really?
Arilas Prabhu, he said, oh, I'm in Austin. He said, oh, then Satyasara Prabhu is there. I think you should go to, he's running a center. You should go there. Then he came, he walked in the temple and said, who is Satyasara? I said, I am Satyasara. Oh, Ariulas Maharaj told me to come near like that. So within 2 weeks or 3 weeks, he said, you know what? I heard about your temple. I want to give 250K.
Amazing, Prabhu.
My
Very,
Amazing.
goodness, what a
yes,
story is
Prabhu.
that?
It is that's what I'm saying, Baramila Prabhu. It is like
Because
we
you
heard it in,
served Haridas Maharaj. You served Haridas Maharaj.
absolutely.
You,
I'm I mean
Yeah.
what a
product of his
way he has
mercy.
given you the blessings. Oh my God.
Then
What a
he was
story
telling
is
me,
that?
yes, Prabhu, and the person was telling me that Haridas Maharaj talks very highly of you. I said, see, I am a product of his mercy.
Yeah.
So he showered mercy on me when I was there, and forever indebted to him. But how is this possible, right? I mean, this Krishna helping
250K after a few weeks of
just
knowing you.
the Prabhuji, you cannot believe, Prabhu. Just two Sundays he came. Third Sunday is telling me
That is like one of the most far out stories I've ever
Yeah.
heard. Far out.
exactly right. Even I was surprised. So the entire civil
Two
engineering
weeks with
worker,
250K. I mean,
correct,
even a even it doesn't matter how
Multi-millionaire,
rich.
yeah,
Yeah,
won't even, yeah.
multi-millionaire would not give you that. I mean, multi-millionaire.
yes,
Even
Prabhu.
if
He's
it's
very rich
200
man,
million.
very rich man. I came to know about it later. But the point I'm saying is that this is not our anything to take credit for, right? It's not me. It is beyond this. This is higher powers, the pure devotees of the Lord. Hmm?
Why you guys are not turning your camera on? Everybody
Uh,
shut.
I'm not in a shape to show my face, Prabhu.
That's okay, bro.
Nitya Gauranga, I saw him before anybody came. He showed me.
I
It's okay.
showed
You can
yourself.
open
Yeah,
the
no.
altar. That's fine.
Am I turned on? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
Prabhuji.
yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji. I think we should get
We should
going on.
start.
No, this is a very important topic, Prabhu. This
No,
is
no, no.
what we learn from. We have to do things where we learn from also. And it's not at least the principles we learn from. We will learn practical things also.
Okay, so what is the verse today, Prabhu?
The word is Sat is
Verse.
there's a verse which is about Satyasara.
Okay, Narmala Prabhu, please.
No, because what you are sharing.
I'll tell you this. It is a Vaishnava aparad because our senior is here, Nitya Gauranga.
No, Prabhu.
It is.
Or you do it another time, Satyasara Prabhu. But
Prabhu,
seriously, I'm sharing. You either now today. Why don't you share with us some of your, like we will learn so much from that. Do it as a seva. You
yeah.
can share with us some of your,
No,
just
these
like you
some of
shared
these,
already.
yeah, these realizations will
Yeah, it will be
help
so
us
wonderful
become
for us
firm
to hear.
in Krishna consciousness, right?
Yeah. So I don't know you want to do it now, but at least you do it one time because it will be a very, very inspiring
No,
thing for us.
sure,
I
Prabhu.
already want to make a note of some of these things you've already said.
I can share all the miracles I have seen
Yes,
Sure. Yeah,
With
that's what we
please.
want to hear.
later on, Prabhu. Today
You
we'll
want to do
continue.
it another time.
Maybe one session, Prabhu. Satsar Prabhu.
Yeah, one
Just
full
one
session we do
session.
that.
Just to
Okay,
share the
okay.
realizations.
Sure, Prabhuji. Will.
Okay.
We need to go deeply into our discussion. We need to this verse. That's why I just changed the name of the group because I just added a couple of people who are not from SSRNM 2002. So I changed the name.
Sure, Prabhuji.
Okay.
That's good.
But yeah, that verse basically is saying that only, right? That their lives are devoted to me. they're always thinking about me and they're always engaging themselves in this discussion. Kathayantascha mam bodhayanta parasparam. Kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. So that is the idea of this thing. Nityam is at least once a week. But they will come together amongst themselves to share with each other about me and deeply relish that. Deeply relish. Tushyanti cha ramanti cha. So that will be great if you can do that next week. Why don't you do that next week, Satyasar Prabhu? Don't push it beyond.
Yeah, let's do it next
Week.
week.
Next week you will share. Okay, Prabhu?
Sure, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that will be an exciting session next week.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'll just take just one second. So this is an excellent session. Ideally, I should have sent the link earlier, but I can do this now. So, Omagyantimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Jai Srila Gurudev ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnavin ki Jai. The short prayers so that we could move forward more quickly. Or should we say the full prayers anyways? Let's offer our obeisances. Om Agyantimirandasya
Tasya
Jnananjana
Jnananjana
Shalakaya
Shalakaya
Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri
Tasmai Shri
Gurave Namaha.
Gurave Namaha.
Shri
Shri
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Manavishtam
Manobhishtam
Sthapitam
Stapitam
Yena
Yena
Bhutale
Bhutale
Swayam
Swayam
Rupa
Rupa Kada
Kadayam
Mahyam Dadati
Dadati Rupadantikam
Swapadantikam
Vandeham Shri
Vandeham Shri
Guru
Guru Shri
Padakamalam
Yudhakarakamam Shri
Vaishnavamscha
Vaishnavamscha
Shri
Shri
Rupam
Rupam
Sagrajatam
Sagrajatam
Raghunathanvitam
Saharanathanvitam
Tvam
Tam
Sajivam
Sajivam
Sadvaitam
Sadvaitam
Sadhutam
Savadhutam
Sahitam
Parijana
Krishna
Sahitam Krishna
Chaitanya Devam
Chaitanya Devam
Shri
Sri
Radha
Radha
Krishna
Krishna
Pada
Pada
Gana
Sagana
Lalita
Lalita Shri
Sakham
Vishakhanitamscha
He
He
Krishna
Krishna
Karuna
Karuna
Sindhu
Sindhu
Dinabandhu
Dinabandho Jagatpate
Jagatpate Gopesh
Gopesha
Gopika
Gopika Kanta
Radha
Radha
Kant
Kanta
Stute
Namostute
Tapta
Tapta
Kanchan
Kanchana
Gaurang
Gaurangi
Radha
Radha
Vrindavaneshwari
Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu
Vishnu
Sute
Sute
Devi
Devi
Pranamami Hari Priye
Namo
Namo
Mahavadanyaya
Vadanyaya Krishna
Krishna Prema
Prema
Pradayate
Pradayate Krishnaya
Krishnaya
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Namne
Namne Gaurati Se Namaha
Jai Shri
Jai
Krishna
Shri Krishna
Chaitanya Prabhu
Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Nityananda
Shri
Shri
Advaita
Advaita Gadadhar
Gadadhar
Srivasadi
Shrivasadi
Gaur
Gaura Bhaktavinda
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna Hare
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 Hare Ram
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama Hare
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 Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna
Krishna
Pristhaya
Prasthaya
Bhutale
Bhutale
Srimate
Shri
Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesh Shivadi So, His Holiness Sri Swayam Bhagwan Keshav Swami Maharaj, you all may be knowing about him. So, I have become in colloquial language, a fan of Maharaj's lectures also. Just like I told you, Keshavanand Prabhu's.
Yes.
So, Maharaj is a very beloved disciple of Sri Kadamba Kanan
Swami. Yeah.
Swami Maharaj, who unfortunately for us has left us some time back. Go back in the shelter of Srila Prabhupada for his eternal service. So Maharaj is based in London actually, and my sister also lives there close to the manor. That's where he's from. He's a local manor sannyasi. So many of his lectures are very amazing. So I may pick up some of his lectures. The advantage in his lecture, for Satyasar Prabhu's point of view, is they are in English. So he doesn't have to worry about the translation. This lecture, being Krishna confident, I couldn't capture all the points, but I captured some of them. So here he talks about confidence, but being Krishna confident. Okay. So Maharaj starting off the lecture by first, talking about that, we all feel lack of confidence. Everybody feels lack of confidence in some bit or the other. We can go around and asking that, yeah, somebody feels lack of confidence in something, taking up a big task. People like Satyasar Prabhu may not feel lack of confidence in building up a big temple or starting a big company. But some of us, definitely I will be feeling. So, there are different people may feel lack of confidence for different things. So, but we do feel that way, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah.
So Maharaj actually, he goes to this small exercise that why am I feeling lack of, so some people will feel lack of confidence in. Okay, maybe I'll ask you, what do you, maybe one thing you can share also quickly. What do you feel lack of confidence in? Say it quickly, one thing.
Like presenting something which I am not comfortable, like.
Okay, presenting something I'm not comfortable. Okay. Anurag Prabhu and Satyasar Prabhu.
I mean, there's a lack of confidence. Bhakti gives protection.
No. Don't talk about where do you personally feel sometimes some lack of confidence. Or you may say, no, I'm confident everywhere.
No. That's what I'm saying, Prabhu. So, do we have full faith in what the words of Shastra is, right? So, Bhakti says, so it says, okay, when you surrender to the Lord protects you in every aspect. So, that's where I really lack. Is it really,
So then in certain activities, you may be feeling it more, right?
like when you do activity, like for example, making a decision for the temple.
At making a decision in the temple, yes.
So yes, Krishna says, right? So I will protect you. Bhakti Amam Abhijanati.
That's fine. We are not talking about. I'm just saying. At least if we have to make a big decision in a temple, you feel some lack of confidence.
Correct.
And Anurag Prabhu,
connecting to Krishna.
huh?
Connecting to Krishna.
Connecting to Krishna, you feel lack of confidence.
Yeah.
Zero. You are not able to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Not able to do that. So generally we see like some people will see lack of confidence, public speaking. I know in college time and all that, especially in IIT later on, I started feeling lack of confidence in exams more. So, there was fear of exams like that, multiple fear of exams actually. All that. Won't be able to sleep in the night or things like that. I experienced that somewhat more. Or there may be we have to lack of confidence. We are doing something big or facing some strong person or a tough situation or like that, or different things people can feel lack of confidence in. So he makes a very amazing point. He says that the reason I'm feeling lack of confidence or fear, basically it means fear in some way, lack of confidence, is because we are focusing on what could go wrong. The reason we are actually facing that lack of confidence is actually because I'm focusing, my focus, I'm thinking of what could go wrong. My focus is going so much on that. Like exams, I'm fearful of, oh, if I don't do it in the exams, or if this decision doesn't go wrong, then they're focusing a lot on that. Is what could go wrong. And that basically leads to lack of confidence. Oh, I'm not able to do it. If I don't do it, then it goes wrong, like that. And so my focus is completely going on that. So that causes the lack of confidence. And he's saying, if you flip that, and if you focus on what could go right, you flip it, then the same energy, in fact, he gives scientific analysis of that. The energy is called adrenaline. He said the same energy, if you're really nervous about something, or like, oh, whether what will happen is something, if you flip it and you start focusing on what could go right, the same energy from nervousness will turn into excitement. So excitement and nervousness are the same energy, but it is just where you are focusing on. The people who are excited about anything, and excitement automatically means that, yeah, confidence also that it can happen, right? So confidence is happening, and excitement will basically mean, is the same energy, is adrenaline. And the same thing, we keep focusing on what could go wrong, what could go wrong. Oh, this person suddenly say me something. Oh, how would I handle that? Or that leads to nervousness. So the idea is not to stop being nervous. The idea is to flip it to become excited by focusing on what could go right. This is an interesting thing. This is one interesting thing he starts off with in that. And then, as we say, bhakti is not about just being neutral or something. It should be positive. Utsaha, excitement. That's focusing on what could go right. So that we could apply in our particular situations. Okay, now he actually comes to that. People in general, when talk about confidence, they're talking about, their confidence is based on their, he says a few other things also. How do we know we have less confidence? He quickly covers a couple of things, which also I can mention. He says that symptoms of having less confidence. There's a few things he says. He says, if we can't take feedback from people, oh, you did like this, you are not so great at that or that. We can't take that feedback. It's very difficult to take feedback. But the people who are lack of confidence, those are the guys who cannot take much feedback, or who are too sensitive to any situation, easily angry or frustrated, nervous, etc. Those people are basically because they have lack of confidence. But that shakes them. As soon as something happens, it shakes that they're not standing right in their confidence. And people who always want to be in, if I always want to be in the comfort zone, that's it. Everything should be like when you build we're talking about you decide to build a temple. That's stepping out of the comfort zone. Stepping out of the comfort zone. That is confidence. They're ready to take a risk like that. These are some of the things he says about, he gives some other examples, and people who blame others. If I end up blaming people more often, that means I am actually, that's because of my inner, deeper sense of lack of confidence. And then he talks about, I think he says that, I can't remember whether I said it. Because constantly comparing, or he is doing like that, I'm not able to do like that. That's lack of confidence, too much comparing. So we can try to see among us, if these things are there more, that means actually the real cause is we are lacking confidence. So then, but typically when people talk about confidence, the world talks about confidence which is based on our own ability, our own goodness. That's the way the world talks about confidence. You should be confident in the world, then you can do something, right? But this confidence, which is based on our own ability, neither is it sustainable, neither it is sustainable, nor is it substantial. Sustainable, why not sustainable? Because obviously, if it's based on your own ability, today it's there, tomorrow it's not. Correct? Today you are able to run very fast. Tomorrow, maybe you're not able to do so. Maybe you're not able to walk so fast also. Like that, and not even walk very slow. So if it's based on your own ability, today you look beautiful, tomorrow you don't. Today you have more money, tomorrow you don't so much. Today people are, you were able to do something very well, so people praised you. Other day you were not, and people are not praising you, people are criticizing you. So if that is based on your own capability, it's not sustainable. But also it's not substantial, because actually we have a confidence on our own ability, but actually we don't even realize, even if you forget about God for some time, how many other people, how many other situations, and so many things have favored you, have favored me. I'm able to do something properly, etc. It's because, because my parents did this for them, these friends did, so these are things. So many things are there. So many people are there, so many situations, so many things have come into play, because of which I may have been able to do something. So I am forgetting that. That's why, it is the credit goes to all of that, right? Not so much to me. If I think it goes to me, that is not substantial. That's not truthful, basically. So confidence based on just our own ability is neither sustainable nor substantial. So we have to take, when we are coming into the realm of the Lord, the realm of God, right? Then the whole thing has to flip, where our confidence is not based on my ability and my goodness, but the confidence is based on the ability of Krishna and Krishna's goodness. So now we'll try to dissect this more. What does that mean? Okay. So obviously you will see, if we have great faith, so by the way, another synonym of confidence, is what? Is basically faith. Because when somebody is confident, like self-confident, what they have is basically faith in themselves. Do you agree? Isn't it? So what we use the word faith is the same as confidence. They're synonyms. Agreed? You guys can say or something, otherwise it's a total monologue.
Yeah.
I'm not doing full interaction, but you can do interaction, but but some interaction definitely.
So
But you
Prabhu,
can interact, actually. You guys
I have a
interact
point
because,
actually.
huh?
So you are equating confidence to faith. Yeah, in some scenarios that's true.
some
In some
scenarios.
scenarios, it is not, because the faith has value only when it is on something which is beyond our mind and senses, beyond our mind and intelligence.
Yes, well, I mean, but well, that is one way of defining. But in general, if you say
So,
faith means belief, no,
so let me,
believe, you
that's what I'm
believe.
saying, right? I mean, you believe something which your mind and intelligence cannot perceive. If it, I mean, so
Yeah,
the,
but if I have faith in my ability to do something, that's also faith in my ability, right? I
that is
use
a
the word that way
faith
also.
from the material point of material
Ah,
definition.
yeah. I'm combining both.
Correct,
I'm just
correct.
saying,
So
yeah.
confidence
Yeah,
here,
I didn't say that it's a spiritual. I'm just saying when people talk about, so that is why the word faith is used there, because actually it's common. There's a commonality between, because otherwise you have to say faith in God.
it is a confidence. I think that's what, and the point I'm making here is, in that situation, faith equals to confidence. You have you have complete confidence in your abilities
Yes.
to do it, right? The faith is something beyond, like Sri Prabhupada says, right? It is unflinching trust in something sublime. That is faith.
So what is trust? It's trust, no?
No,
Trust
that is
means
faith. No,
belief.
no. Faith equals to unflinching trust in something sublime.
Yes.
So, in there, faith is beyond. You cannot perceive it with your mind and intelligence. If that is the
Where you are saying that is basically in relation to God, right? That's what you are saying. That's about in relation
Krishna
to God.
consciousness, correct?
It's yeah. But I'm just saying, you see, it's what I've gained a lot in terms in general of my understanding. I kind of even, in fact, I learned this from His Holiness Harilas Maharaj. We have to draw the parallel between what is that transcendental realm and what is this realm in which we are in right now. And when we draw that parallel, then we can correlate, and then we'll be able to like make that transcendental realm also real. Because in one sense, when somebody says, I have faith in my ability, it's the same thing as somebody says, I have faith in, that's what he's saying. See, what he has done here, he's using the word Krishna confidence, where, because typically the word confidence is used in terms of the, you can say the so-called material, right? And when we come to transcendental realm, we use the word faith. But actually, I'm saying they both mean the same. It's just they are, because it means when I say I have faith in Krishna, I will come to this. Like because when you say when I say I'm confident in me, basically I have faith in my own ability. I have a belief in my own ability that I will be able to do this or that or whatever. But that's also faith, because it's not that I have necessarily, actually it's beyond my mind. It's not happened yet, right? So it's one sense, it's beyond my, you always have faith in something that will happen or that I can do in the future. So it involves a level of, it's a belief, right? It may be a belief on whatever factors, but it's a belief. So I'm just trying to draw the parallel in that way, which is what Maharaj has done here also in that way, right? So everybody, when I'm trying to beat the materialistic idea when they say, oh, you guys have faith, you don't not like, no, you also have faith, you so-called materialists. You were living your life on faith because you are also believing, okay, I will be able to do this, or this person will be able, or this company can do like this, or when you're flying in the plane, you have faith that this guy is not going to crash the plane. He is, he's going to take me. You are ready to step on that plane, go so, 30,000 feet above the sky. You have faith. Everybody is living on faith. It's just that I am choosing to put faith in the Supreme Person. And you are choosing to put your faith, you may call it confidence, but it's actually faith. You are choosing to put your faith in other, truly mundane things and people in this world. It makes sense?
So
Yeah.
let me interrupt, Prabhu. 2 minutes. So when I'm talking two different things, mundane things and Krishna consciousness. I'm splitting it because for me, when I walk into a meeting, currently I will take my real example, and I don't have knowledge or I don't have complete understanding of the subject which I have to speak on, then I don't have confidence in what I'm speaking. I mean, I'm not confident if somebody asks me a question how to address, and I'm really fearful entering into that meeting because I don't have enough knowledge on that subject.
Hmm.
So help me understand here. How does it, how are you correlating that with having full faith in Krishna?
No, full faith in Krishna. We'll come to that. I'm not full faith in Krishna. नहीं नहीं आप कंफ्यूज कर रहे हो कुछ. You are saying
No,
you don't have knowledge about a particular subject.
no. See, I'm not understanding the correlation between confidence and faith. See, I will be confident when I am having enough knowledge. So, what is the correlation between confidence and
Prabhu,
faith? I don't understand. I'm not
can I
able to
take a
get it.
stab at it?
Okay.
It's a very good question, Prabhu, because I used to think about it, because especially, as I said, lack of confidence for me is a decision making when it
Mhm.
comes to temple, because it's not just me, it's for the congregation, right?
Mhm.
So how I understood is Sri Rupa Goswami talks about the 6 favorable conditions for bhakti practice.
Mhm.
Utsaha, Nischayat, Dhairyat, right?
Yep.
You say the Nischayat. So what Rupa Goswami, this my understanding is, you have the confidence in the process of bhakti, and you have a confidence in the words of Krishna, and you have confidence in the words of Guru. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You feel, you might not know the territory, you might not know the subject matter.
Are you saying you have faith in the words of Guru? You have faith in the
Faith in faith in the words
Same.
of,
That's what faith and confidence mean the same thing.
it's interchangeably, but why Rupa Goswami gives the Nishchaya? He didn't say Shraddha. He said Nishchayat. So the Nishchayat comes when you have faith. So if you have faith in Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, or Guru and Krishna, then you automatically get the confidence. It doesn't matter what you're dealing with, because confidence comes because bhakti gives protection. Confidence comes because
so
bhakti
okay.
gives,
I'll pause
makes
you
you
here.
powerful.
You are
Mhm.
saying Rupa Goswami used Nishchayat,
Mhm.
not the Shraddha. Here Shraddha means faith.
Correct.
Nishchayat
Shraddha is
means
faith.
being confident.
Being confident in the sense at the practical level, it's a favorable condition. It is like a mental, I would put it like this, it's like a mental attitude. It's like a devotional attitude. That's what confidence to me is. Meaning, I am very confident because I have faith
Hmm.
in my guru's words. I'm very confident that I can do this because all these things comes to help me. In the sense that bhakti gives perfection, bhakti gives makes me powerful, bhakti makes me productive, bhakti protects me, bhakti gives me purity in my decision making, because the internal potency of the Lord acts. So there is a Shakti, Daiva Shakti, which acts like in the Damodar pastime. Endeavor plus mercy equal to success. The mercy is
Yeah.
a blessing. So
Hmm.
how do you get the blessing? The blessing comes by following the words of Guru and Krishna with full faith. So everything comes, the guidance comes from within. I was talking about this yesterday. So the 4 things I realized that we get, one is the guidance that comes from within and without. So if you don't have a sense of guidance, we'll make wrong decisions. And if you have a high sense of guidance, then we'll make a right decisions, and the direction come from within or some without also. So that is the confidence I have. Make sense to you? I do not know anything about, for example, I'm just taking my example, right? I do not know anything about how to run the company, because Maharaj said, okay, you should start a company and give opportunities to devotees. I never ventured into this before. So then, of course, we need to put our effort. Okay, what it means to start a company. So you have to educate yourself and this and that. But with the faith that Maharaj said, I have to do it, whether I know this is going to work out or not, I will be
Hmm.
successful or not.
Hmm.
I have faith in his words. It is a higher authority, superior to me. So with full confidence, the faith gives me a confidence. The faith in the words of Guru gives me confidence to pursue this. With
Wow.
my effort also. It doesn't come like just you depend on mercy only. That is nonsense. You won't go anywhere, right? Use your intelligence in Krishna consciousness, put effort, guided by the spiritual intelligence, with full faith in the words of Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. That is the confidence. That's how you get the confidence to me. So that's why Rupa Goswami says, you have faith, and that translates at the practical level to confidence, the mental attitude. So utsahan, enthusiasm, right? And yes, immediately after that, okay, enthusiasm. Then you should, enthusiasm means what Prabhupada beautifully defines it. Endeavoring with intelligence in Krishna consciousness is called enthusiasm. A brilliant definition. So we become convinced of Krishna consciousness with our intelligence. Then we enthusiastically engage in service of the Lord. So this is how I understood that enthusiasm. Make sense? So enthusiasm, then you have confidence. The confidence comes with the faith in the words of Guru and Krishna. Then confidently you can endeavor with enthusiasm. Then you come to the third point, dhairya, because okay, now I have full faith. I am putting my best effort with my intelligence in Krishna consciousness. Result will come or not come. It doesn't matter to me. I'll be patiently do what I have to do. If Krishna wants to give me the result, he will give it in his terms. If Guru is pleased, Krishna is pleased.
So wonderful, Prabhu. You articulated
That's how
it
I
very
understood.
beautifully. Let me reiterate. So just to clarify, I'm understanding. So there is a 3-point, right? Utsahan, nischayat, dhairyat. Utsahan, enthusiasm, nischayat, confident, and dhairyat, patience. So what you are saying is utsahan with enthusiasm. That enthusiasm is what you have said is with
Endeavoring
using
with confidence.
endeavoring with intelligence, right?
Endeavoring with intelligence in Krishna
Endeavoring
consciousness.
is Krishna consciousness, using Krishna consciousness, that it gives you enthusiasm, and moving forward with the faith in the words of the Guru and Krishna gives you the confidence. Along with enthusiasm, you move forward with the task with confidence because you have faith in the words of Guru and Krishna.
Guru and Krishna.
And you know that for every endeavor, there is a time. It's not like even though you have enthusiasm, even though you are confident, things should happen immediately because things might take some time to fructify. For that, you need to be dhairya, be confident.
Correct.
And then keep doing the same thing with confidence and enthusiasm. Keep moving forward, but have patience.
Correct.
Right?
So the patience comes when we completely depend on Guru and Krishna for results. Otherwise, the material energy makes us very impatient. So like Balamila Prabhu made a point, right? If you focus on the result, if you focus on what could go wrong, then it gives you fear. Then you become impatient also. Right? So that's why I understood. What I understood is, if you focus on the result with the intention of getting name and fame, or for the external reasons, then you become very impatient because that's the nature of the material energy. And also we live in a very instant gratification, the world of instant gratification. I want immediately the result, right? So one devotee was asking me, I've been preaching to him and he's initiated now. After 5 years of chanting, he's saying, how come I'm not getting that? I'm not seeing Krishna in my heart. Because if you chant purely, then you see Krishna. I'm chanting purely for 5 years now, but I am not having that experience also. All right. So that so how do you answer them? So this is what the unreasonable expectation in bhakti. The very point is that the results are not. That's not our department. You can set the goal, and you can endeavor with intelligence in Krishna consciousness. But the third is you have to be patient because Krishna will reciprocate in his terms, not in our terms.
How do you quote? Because Nishchaya is typically translated as determination. But you have called it as confidence, right?
I'm calling it like that, Prabhu.
Yeah. I think both are
Can you explain?
similar.
Can you explain?
See, without
here you can say Nishchaya equal to determination equal to faith also. So faith takes the form of determination,
Hmm.
which takes the form of confidence. So they all are connected closely. In my understanding is one is at the more tangible level, and one is abstract.
Hmm. It's an interesting, nice point that determination can be thought of faith. Faith and confidence I could connect, but you are connecting determination,
Yes, Prabhu,
which
because
to me
that's what
seems like a result of that.
Vivashatmika buddhir
You are
eke.
determined because you are confident.
Yes, Prabhu, that is because from the
Yes.
Prabhupada's statement, right? Vivashatmika buddhir eke kurunandana. So Prabhupada had a pinpointed focus because he had a faith in words of Guru only. So there, faith is taking a form of determination.
Yeah, this was a faith results, or basically, let's say, yeah, faith results in determination.
Yes.
And
Even
I
if
was
you take,
saying faith is same as confidence, or faith you
results
could,
into because even
but
if you say
results in determination.
The factor of faith is determination, Prabhu. This is Haridas Maharaj told me in
What's that?
2004.
What is that?
I won't
Factor?
forget it. The factor of faith is determination.
What does it mean, factor of faith?
The factor is the cause of, the result of faith.
The result of faith. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Faith
The result of faith.
results in determination.
Correct.
Results
When
in
do I become
determination.
determined? If I have faith, and I am calling faith same as confidence in Krishna. Faith in Krishna is same as confidence in Krishna.
I
Is
still
one.
remember the verse he quoted, Prabhu. I think it's a 4th chapter, 29th verse. Maybe we can read that. I think that's what verse I remember. Let me look it up. Haridas Prabhu quoted this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I still remember that.
So Balram Lila Prabhu, the way you're writing, right? I would suggest you're sharing. Yeah, maybe after this I'll tell you.
What's that?
What
are you saying?
439, Prabhu.
39.
Shadavan labate jnanam tatpara samayetindriya. So, faithful man who is dedicated to transcendental knowledge and who subdues his senses is eligible to achieve such knowledge. And having achieved it, he quickly attains the supreme spiritual peace. So, purport is brilliant. I'll read this. Such knowledge in Krishna consciousness can be achieved by a faithful person who believes firmly in Krishna. One is called a faithful man who thinks that simply by acting in Krishna consciousness, he can attain the highest perfection. This faith is attained by the discharge of devotional service and by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, which cleanses one's heart of all material dirt. Over and above this, one could control the senses. A person who is faithful to Krishna and who controls the senses can easily attain perfection in the knowledge of Krishna consciousness without delay. Right? So, just was quoting me this. Such knowledge in Krishna can be achieved. So his point is that the faith, again, I'm paraphrasing, Prabhu has put it so nicely at the time.
Yeah.
I barely remember. So the faith takes a form of determination. The result of faith is your determination.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Very nice. Amazing.
Yeah. So
faith
Prabhu, in that one, in that one, if I just suggest you, after the Nishchayat, you can actually after the after the Utsahan, you just write that having faith in the words of Guru, and put the arrow mark down and say Nishchayat, determination. So between Utsaha and Nishchayat, you write faith in the words of Guru. Like you have enthusiasm, endeavoring with intelligence, but then there what? The ingredient here is with faith in the words of Guru. That will actually cause the determination. Yeah.
Also, faith in words of Guru will cause determination.
Exactly, will cause the determination. So yeah, you are endeavoring with intelligence, But then again, the main ingredient is with faith in the words of the Guru.
Yes, Prabhu. So
Will
that's
Words of
what
the Guru and
Prabhupada is,
Shastra,
right?
that will that will lead
Hmm.
to the determination. Yeah.
Correct. That's like
Yes.
Prabhupada.
Yes, exactly.
And this determination will lead to Dhairya.
Correct.
That's also
Again,
believing.
the determination and the faith also, Prabhu, right? See, if
Ah,
we don't, yeah, we have to depend on Guru and Krishna for the results. It's not our endeavor.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you won't be patient.
Exactly. Determination with the understanding that the results are given by Krishna, but the results are not in your hands. Determination with the understanding that the results are not in your hands. Your only endeavor is in your hand. Results is from Krishna. That leads to the dhairya, patience.
Hmm.
Determination with understanding that the results are not in our hands.
not my department.
Yeah, results is not my department. Yeah.
So then I understood the fourth one, Tat Tat Karma Pravartana. Because if you
Okay.
follow the process, again, this is where I'm talking about the Daiva Shakti, right? So yes, you reasoned everything and you have a reason to have enthusiasm, confidence. Then you be patient. At the end of the day, you have to depend on the mercy. That comes by Tat Tat Karma Pravartanat, because you follow the instructions of our acharyas, rules and regulations of bhakti, chant Mahamantra, do the devotional service. So that gives you the Daiva Shakti, Daivim Prakritim Ashritaha. Krishna says, Mahatmanastu Mam Partha, Daivim Prakritim Ashritaha. My devotees are protected by internal energy. So though you
Oh,
are,
again, I missed it. So tat tat karma pravartana. Go ahead.
no, I understood like Tat Tat Karma Pravartanat, it draws that spiritual Shakti to you. What I
What
learned
does
is,
karma pravartana means?
I think I understood like this, following the rules and regulations of bhakti, chanting our rounds, as sincerely as possible, and all the process of bhakti. So what I'm saying is, it's not a material endeavor, right? Spiritual. So we always depend on the Lord by following the spiritual practice, right? So
Okay.
Baba said, right, in once, I'm paraphrasing it. Just by having full faith in chanting of the holy names, everything manifested. Sri Prabhupada said, I just had just a full faith in the holy names. I sat under the tree in New York. I chanted the holy names and the entire ISKCON manifested. Devotees came, temples came, you name it, right? So that is the Daiva Shakti to me. Like I was quoting this verse, Mahatmanastu Mam Partha, Devim Prakritim Ashritaha. So my devotees are protected by the internal energy of mind. So we are not protected by Maya Shakti. So that comes by our proper practice, or pure practice of sadhana. Right, Prabhu? So that's how I understood Tat Karma Pravartanat means. If we do that properly, we can do all three above this properly also. Right? So like Maharaj was to keep on telling me, Prabhupada Maharaj, and so I'll go to him with the issue. This is the issue I'm dealing with. He says, okay, you focus on quality sadhana. Focus on quality sadhana. All problems are because we are not chanting properly. If you chant properly, it doesn't mean that problems will magically disappear, but you will have that guidance. I was telling you, the sense of guidance comes. So you make a right decision. And I also have this feeling that's the sense of power, actually. So if you have a high sense of power, will create worthwhile goals and will achieve them as well for the pleasure of Guru and Krishna. So
if you have a high sense of power,
yes, Prabhu. So I feel like that, in the sense that if you do this, Utsaha, Nischa, Dhairya, Tat Karma Pravartanat, so all this Sangatyaga, Satovriti, we get sense of power also.
we get a sense of power when we do all that.
Because bhakti gives that power. What is
Hmm.
Prabhupada writes the Tat Karma Power Tanat? Prabhupada writes this, right?
It's like pretty nice, yeah. So tat karma just basically simple means various activities favorable for devotional service. Pravartana means performing.
So Prabhupada writes acting according to regulatory principles in the
Yeah.
translation,
Ah.
such as Shravanam, Kirtanam. So that means following the rules
Yeah,
and
just basically do all of those regulated activities. I mean, right now regulated in our sadhana bhakti that we are doing, keep doing all of those things.
because this is an interesting subject for me, Prabhu, because I failed miserably. And then I remember these instructions and so stand up and walk.
No, very nice. Amazing.
Then other two, of course, we can, and again, other three are like supportive. I feel that way. It supports the things like Sangatyaga, of course, right? Devotee association is the key there. So avoid that non-devotional association. Then Satovriti, very important. Acharyas.
Very important. Follow the acharya.
Following the footsteps.
The previous acharyas, yes, Prabhu. So, so this is how I understood this verse connecting to faith. So the foundation is faith only.
Yeah. I
think
have
at
a,
the end of it,
I have a simple synonym of faith. You know what?
Mm.
Be real.
Mm. Nice,
It's just
Prabhu.
being real. It's just being in the truth. But actually, it's just being real. The more, because the more one is feeling, they're more living in reality. We are the ones living in, let's say, in a false world. We may say illusion, these other things. But basically, we are living in a false.
Great. So Mahatma Prabhu said very nicely, Prabhu. He, in one of the Japa retreat. Yeah, I think Japa retreat only. So he said, so there is a difference between the divine faith and the material faith. So devotees get stuck in the material faith, meaning, so they have understanding, okay, follow regulatory principles, chanting, doing services, then I will understand Krishna. Right? So because we have faith in this basic process. But Prabhu says that if you want to, so that's why they get stagnant in the bhakti also. If you want to go beyond that and go to the realm of, the coming back to the verse that you quoted, Balamila Prabhu, the Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavitamati. So the perfection of bhakti is you develop feelings for the Lord, the anxiety, spiritual anxiety, right? You're anxious to know the person. Do you remember one of the classes we discussed this?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Mahatma Prabhu was saying, so then if you want to go to the next level, then you need to have a complete faith in Krishna's pastimes, Rupa, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Lila. So the faith is a vehicle, takes you beyond the three modes of material nature. You journey, you travel in that faith. Then you understand Janma Karma Cha Me Divyam. Then you'll understand the Lord's birth, pastime, Rupam, all the stuff. Saying? That is the realm you really develop the feelings for the Lord. Until then, you will become like just a mechanical chanting, mechanical services. The mechanically do. You know what I'm saying? You are not entered that feeling spot, the rasa or the
feelings part. You have to enter the feelings part, the rati, the rasa.
bhakti.
Rati, the rasa comes with that, as you are saying. I think Maharaj is saying you, or Mahatma Prabhu, you are saying is the their faith in the Lord's Nama Rupa Guna Leela.
Correct. That was very, I mean, of course, it's a long way for me to go, but it really made me to think actually. So I'm doing mechanical chanting, I'm doing mechanical services, but why I don't have attachment for the Lord? That the Prabhu
Yeah.
was saying, if you love somebody, you want to know everything about the person. You are calling somebody's name, but you do not know who the person is.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. It is not common sense.
That's
Even in
what
the off-
that's what we have been talking about. That we have that's the gopi, go personal. See, he's talking about the Krishna is a person. I forget that. That's
Ah,
the main problem. There's only one problem. I'm forgetting Krishna is a person.
correct.
Otherwise, see,
So
he's saying
so
it doesn't make sense. You're calling that person's name. I don't feel any attachment to him.
honestly, let me ask honestly, because it's a small knit group. We are saying that go personal. That means I know Satyasar Prabhu, you said if you want to love somebody, you need if you love somebody truly, you want to know everything about it. What he
Right.
does, what he eats, what kind of circle
How
he
he looks.
maintains, how he looks, how he
Yes.
dresses, how he talks, how he his mannerisms and everything, right?
Hmm.
When you love him, you want to know everything about him. But what is happening is when you hear the pastimes of Krishna, right? We have already heard some pastimes. And when somebody is saying about the pastimes, immediately the thought comes to mind is, I already know this pastime. What is the fun in hearing it again?
Correct.
I want variety. I want to hear new pastimes which nobody has told before. This
Hmm.
has become old for me. I cannot relish the same pastime again. This is where I am stuck. Like some people say, keep on saying the same pastime and they relish. I am not able to do that. What is the problem with me?
Yeah.
I don't know
So,
whether you both are able to hear the same pastime and relish it, but I am speaking about myself
no, we are on the
that
same.
I want
I'm in
new.
the
It's not like I am bored with Krishna. I want to new. I want to hear new pastimes of Krishna. These are old, which I like, I admire, but I can't keep on hearing them. But I want new pastimes. So where am I? I am not really liking Krishna, loving Krishna. Or how do you judge if somebody says that I know the pastimes, I don't want to, I want more, I want to hear more new pastimes of Krishna. What do you think? Where do you
I'm in the same boat, Prabhu. But see, this is what the Mahatma Prabhu was saying, right? The devotees get stagnant because we try to pursue Krishna with our mind and intelligence. So then we get all these things, right? Oh, that's all I know. This Damodar pastime. Oh, I know this Govardhan pastime. So because we wanted to entertain, we see it as entertainment for mind and intelligence.
hmm,
It's not giving me the pleasure, intellectual pleasure or emotional pleasure.
hmm,
So that's what Mahatma Prabhu was saying. If you want to go past that, then you continuously associate with Srimad Bhagavatam, in the sense continuously read with the purports of Srila Prabhupada.
hmm,
Then you do it, then Bhagavatam promises that, right? I think second canto, it says, guaranteed you get an unflinching faith in the Lord, actually. So when we are unflinching,
very good, yeah.
right, Prabhu?
Very good
Then,
thing, Prabhu, yeah.
and the unflinching faith, I think to me, the concentration of the condensation of faith finally matures into love of God. This is how I understood, because see, Rukmani is a fantastic example. Before she was married,
Hmm,
what did she know about? She heard about Krishna's name. So Nama knows. Then she learned from others how Krishna looked like. He has a
Hmm.
flute, he has a peacock feather, whatever. So he meditated on that. So then she learned about Krishna's qualities. Oh, he is, Bhaktavatsala, he is this, he is that.
Mhm.
So the faith slowly increased, and we came to the point of concentration or condensation where she started to love him so much without even seeing him personally, even one time. Then she
Hmm.
determined that I want to marry him only. You know what I'm saying? I think that is the state we should be. Okay, we are chanting, we have not
Beautiful
seen him
example
personally
is
physically.
that. What an amazing example is that.
hmm,
She had
yeah.
not, she's basically in our boat. She never saw Krishna in
Exactly.
Hmm,
person.
exactly.
Oh, but she was already in love.
Exactly. So that faith, that's what I'm saying, Prabhu, the faith matures into a love of God at some point. So constantly reading Bhagavatam and chanting the holy names, constantly, whether we like it or not, mind likes it or not, intelligence likes it or not, we constantly do with at least theoretical faith, our faith becomes really strong, real faith we get. And
This is
that,
the
and this faith matures into love, attachment
so
to Krishna.
this is the key point which I am taking. Whether my mind likes it or not, whether my intelligence is, don't worry about it, but keep reading the same pastime again and again. Then
Yes.
that that will then Krishna will reveal to you the antarartha of that pastime.
Correct.
As you're saying, I'm recollecting the words of Hari Parshad Prabhu in one of the class. He was saying about Hari Sauri Prabhu. Hari
Hmm.
Sauri was a devotee.
Hari Suri.
Yeah, not
One
Prabhupada's
of
disciple.
the commentator is Hari Suri.
Hari Sauri, not Prabhupada's disciple.
I know.
Yeah, Hari Sauri. Yeah.
But
So he was
disciple is his name is Hari Sorry Prabhu.
Hari Sauri. Yeah,
This commentator is Hari Suri,
Hari
Suri.
Sauri. Yeah, Hari Sauri, bro. So he was saying that the commentator, when he disclosed the inner meanings and details of the pastimes of the Lord. See, when Lord does a pastime, people who are seeing the pastime can understand it in a different way. But who can know better than the Lord who has done the pastime itself? So when the Lord comes and says, "What is the why did I do the pastime himself?" then we will know the exactly the reason why the pastime happened. Otherwise, you can interpret in whatever you want way. So when Harisori Prabhu writes, he actually was Krishna gave him the intelligence to write it in disclose the pastimes to him in the way that Krishna actually intended to. What Krishna did the pastime in which intention. So some of the pastimes when he disclosed, we were like completely baffled because externally when we see the pastime, it looks different. But when the purpose why Krishna did the pastime when he disclosed through Harisori Prabhu, it is mind blowing. So I think Satyasar, what you said is right. Whether our mind likes, whether our don't go with your intellect or emotion or the mind for now, because it is at a material platform. Keep reading it, and you will actually get to the soul level. When the soul tries to connect those pastimes, that's when I think Krishna will reveal you the antarartha, the the real things within that pastime, which will eternally connect you to Krishna or bring you closer to Krishna.
Exactly, Prabhu. So that's why this verse, Janma Karma Cha Me Divyam, it's
Yeah.
very important. People say, okay, I know Krishna, I know his birth, I know how he's taken birth, how what our pastimes he's doing, then why I'm not pure devotee? So this is
Yeah.
much deeper, right?
Yeah.
Janma Karma. It's
It,
not it's not an intellectual exercise.
yeah.
It's not an emotional, material emotional thing. It is a spiritual emotion. So that comes only when you have a
So
deep
when
faith.
you turn it again and again, then you will be able to go deeper.
Yes, exactly.
And then you may go to the level of soul.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
So this is one verse I want to read, Prabhu. Bhagavatam, second canto, first chapter, 10th verse. This is a very assuring verse for me. The point I just made.
Second canto, first
2
chapter, 10th
1
verse.
10, Prabhu. 2 1 10.
2:110.
Let's open it.
Yeah.
I took a printout and put it in my house. So because this is a very good one.
Tadaham te vidhasyami maha purushiko bhavan yasya sraddhadatam asu shyan mukunde matihi sati. That very Srimad Bhagavatam I shall recite before you because you are the most sincere devotee of Lord Krishna. One who gives full attention and respect to hearing Srimad Bhagavatam achieves unflinching faith in the Supreme Lord, the giver of salvation. Who is speaking to whom this?
This is a Sukadeva Goswami
Sukadeva
speaking
Goswami.
to Maharaj Parikshit.
Maharaj Parikshit.
And this is a golden purport, Prabhu. Marvelous purport Prabhupada wrote. So, I mean, we may not have time to read this now, but I'm just saying, Srila Prabhupada talks about many things here.
No, let's read, Prabhu. It's amazing. When you said something, it's connecting. You want to read, Prabhu? Balramja Prabhu?
You want me to read it? Okay.
Go ahead.
Quote by Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
Even Bhagavatam, okay, translation also. That very Srimad Bhagavatam I shall recite before you because you are the most sincere devotee of Lord Krishna, who gives full attention and respect to hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, achieves unflinching faith in the Supreme Lord, the giver of salvation. Srimad Bhagavatam is recognized Vedic wisdom and the system of receiving Vedic knowledge called Avaroha Pantha, or the process of receiving transcendental knowledge through bona fide disciplic succession. For advancement of material knowledge, there is need for personal ability and researching aptitude. But in the case of spiritual knowledge, all progress depends more or less on the mercy of the spiritual master. The spiritual master must be satisfied with the disciple. Only then is knowledge automatically manifest before the student of spiritual science. The process should not, however, that's what Srila Satyasar Prabhu, his great Satyasar Prabhu just said about his spiritual master.
Yeah.
When the spiritual master has become satisfied with the disciple, both Diksha and Shiksha Guru, he gave examples. That's why the knowledge has become manifest in his heart of spiritual science. The process should not, however, be misunderstood to be something like magical feats, whereby the spiritual master acts like a magician and injects spiritual knowledge into his disciple as if surcharging him with an electric current. The bona fide spiritual master reasonably explains everything to the disciple on the authorities of Vedic wisdom. Disciple can receive such teachings not exactly intellectually, language amazing, but by submissive inquiries and a service attitude. What is that? What was that verse?
See, that's a powerful statement, right?
Yeah, the disciple can receive such teachings not exactly
Not
intellectually.
exactly. He does not say it's not intellectually, not exactly intellectually. Every word Prabhupada has used is like, oh my goodness. But by submissive inquiries and what is that word? Pariprashnena sevaya.
Yeah, tatviti pranipatena pariprashnena.
Pariprashnena sevaya.
That, like Keshavanand Prabhu says, that so many people say, actually, everything that Prabhupada is saying is a verse behind. You have to figure out what.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to figure out what
there is a reference to some Shastra, either Bhagavad Gita or some.
Yeah, you will figure out somewhere it is there.
Yeah.
Now it's on you. The idea, that's why Prabhupada is saying as it is.
Yeah.
The idea is that both the spiritual master and the disciple must be bona fide. In this case, the spiritual master, Shukadev Goswami, is ready to recite exactly what he has learned from his great father, Srila Vyasadeva. And the disciple Maharaj Bhakti is a great devotee of Lord Krishna. The devotee of Lord Krishna is he who believes sincerely that by becoming a devotee of Lord, one becomes fully equipped with everything spiritual. What is this verse? You actually can do a quiz.
Prabhu, this is that confidence.
A devotee Lord, he believes sincerely that by becoming a devotee of the Lord, one becomes fully equipped with all everything spiritual.
This is the verse now. What is that verse? What is this? This is the verse.
Oh yeah, ye etamam prapadyante tamasataya bhajami.
No. This is 7th chapter, right? 7th or 8th chapter?
No, this is in Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Okay.
What is that? I think so. Now I can't remember that verse, but there is a verse. Krishna Bhakti Kaila Sarva Karma Krita Hai.
Correct. Right, Prabhu. That's nice one. Prabhu, this is also Nishchayat, Prabhu. This is also confidence.
Yeah, he believes sincerely. Becoming a devotee of the Lord, one becomes fully equipped with everything spiritual. The only thing you have to become a devotee of Krishna.
Correct.
This teaching is imparted by the Lord himself in the pages of Bhagavad Gita, in which it is clearly described the Lord Sri Krishna is everything. What verse is this?
We just read, right?
This teaching
439.
is impaired by the Lord
No.
Krishna in the place above, within which it is clearly
439?
described that Lord Krishna.
439, Prabhu. We just read, right? That
Vasudeva
Bhakti
Bhagavati
Krishna is having-
Bhakti Yoga no, what's it?
Vasudeva Sarvamiti.
Vasudeva
Vasudeva
Sarvamiti. Mahatma
Sarvamiti.
Sudurlabha. Yeah.
You have to
Correct.
be a Sanskrit scholar for that. Nityagram Prabhu, your Sanskrit is a little bit weaker than the Satyasara Prabhu here. So,
Yeah, Prabhu.
No, Prabhuji.
and that to surrender unto him solely and wholly makes one the most perfectly pious man. The Mahatma Sudurlabha.
Sudurlabha.
It basically, you see, this is another translation of this is a translation of that verse.
Yes.
He exactly translated the same verse. Prabhupada exactly translated it. But this is another translation of that verse. This unflinching way the Lord Krishna prepares one to become a student of Srimad Bhagavatam. And one who hears Srimad Bhagavatam is from a devotee like Shukadeva Goswami is sure to attain salvation at the end, as Parikshit Maharaj did. I'm sure these are also verses, but I can't figure out which verse. Faith makes you prepare to become a student of Bhagavatam. The professional reciter of Srimad Bhagavatam and the pseudo devotees whose faith is based on 1 week's hearing are different from Shukadeva Goswami Maharaj Parikshit. Srila Vyasadeva explained Srimad Bhagavatam to Shukadeva Goswami from the very beginning of the Janmadi Asya verse. And so Shukadeva Goswami also explained it to the king. Now, Krishna is described as a Mahapurusha in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, in his devotional feature as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Lord Krishna himself in his devotional attitude. Descended to the earth to bestow special favors upon the fallen souls in this age of Kali. There are 2 verses particularly suitable to offer as prayers to this Mahapurusha feature of Lord Krishna. Dheyam sada paribhavagam abhishtadoham Tirthaspadam Shiva Viranji Nutam Sharanyam Vityartiham Pranatapala Bhavadhipotam Vande Mahapurushate Charanarvindam. Okay, you go. Nityagram Prabhu, the way you sing it is very special. Go ahead.
Tyaktva sudhushyaja surepsita lakshmi dharmishta arya vachasa yadagata aranyam maya mrugam dayeta dayitayepsitam anvadhavad Vande Mahapurushate Charanarvindam.
In other words, Purusha means the enjoyer and Mahapurusha means the supreme enjoyer of the Supreme Personality of God, Shri Krishna. One who deserves to approach the Supreme Lord Krishna is called the Mahapurushika. Anyone who hears Srimad Bhagavatam attentively from its bona fide reciter is sure to become a sincere devotee of the Lord, who is able to award liberation. There was none so attentive as Maharaj Parikshit in the matter of Srimad Bhagavatam, and there was none so qualified as Shukadeva Goswami to recite the text of Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, anyone who follows in the footsteps of either the ideal reciter or the ideal hearer, Shukadeva Goswami and Maharaj Parikshit respectively, will undoubtedly attain salvation like them. Maharaj Parikshit attains salvation by hearing only, and Shukadeva Goswami attains salvation only by reciting. Recitation and hearing are 2 processes out of 9 devotional activities. What we are doing here, Prabhus. And by strenuously following the principles either in all or by parts, one can attain the absolute plane. So the complete text of Srimad Bhagavatam, beginning with the Janmadi Asya verse, up to the last one in the 12th canto, was spoken by Shukadeva Goswami for the attainment of salvation by Maharaj Parikshit. In the Padma Puran, it is mentioned that Gautama Muni advised Maharaj Amrish to hear regularly Srimad Bhagavatam as it was recited by Shukadeva Goswami, and herein it is confirmed that Maharaj Amrish heard Srimad Bhagavatam from the very beginning to the end, as it was spoken by Shukadeva Goswami. One who is actually interested in the Bhagavatam, therefore, must not play with it by reading or hearing a portion from here and a portion from there. one must follow in the footsteps of great kings like Maharaj Ambrish, Maharaj Parikshit, Satyasar Prabhu, Nityagarang Prabhu, Rakshana Prabhu,
Ramlila
and
Prabhu,
here
Anurag Prabhu.
from a bona fide representative of Shukdev Goswami, Haribol.
Exactly. So what a purport, right? So
Amazing. Yeah.
Prabhupada is giving that assurance that definitely will have unflinching faith if you really, really read Bhagavatam regularly, whether mind likes it or
And
not.
attain the absolute plane, attain salvation in the end.
Correct.
Get out of the material realm, which is binding all of us right now. May we have all of these discussions in our spiritual bodies at some point of time in the future.
No,
Why
definitely, Prabhuji. So this,
only we are being trapped in this material world, this material body.
see, these are the verses, Prabhu. There's some verses, at least to me, like heart-touching verses.
Mm.
Gives so much assurance, right? So no matter what, whether mind likes, intelligence likes it or not, we will associate with Srila Prabhupada through Bhagavatam.
Hmm.
And you will surely to get this result, unflinching faith. Coupled with our chanting, right? Then it gives the chanting with feelings.
Mm.
Otherwise, it's
Yeah,
mechanical.
reading and handing should go hand in hand.
So
Correct.
very
Reading and chanting, yeah.
interesting. You know, how does faith come? Very, very interesting in this one. I didn't really, I mean, then if I read the purport again, I will gather more. But you see, this is the very, how do you get faith? How do you get faith? So obviously we know one is you associate with people who have faith, right? That we know. But here is a very interesting, you see, did you guys see how do you get faith here? How do
Full
you get faith?
attention and respect.
There you go. You have to do
Full
two things. You have
attention,
to give
respect.
full attention and respect. One who gives full attention and respect to Yirishimata, he will get faith.
Correct.
So if I'm not getting faith,
That
my
depends.
faith is weak. I don't have the confidence in Krishna because I'm not giving full attention and respect.
Amazing.
Okay, and what is the related verse in the Bhagavad Gita? Quiz.
Again, Tattviti Pranipatan also, right? You approach a spiritual master with...
Yes, but here at least, let's say, I mean, everything you can relate, but here he's not talking about spiritual master. There's a verse where this is exactly there in the Bhagavad Gita. Part of the verse of the Bhagavad Gita is exactly this.
So is it unflinching faith on the Supreme Lord?
I mean, don't go by
talk about-
exact word, but it means the same. In fact, one word is also the same. I'll open up.
What is that word? Tell me.
No?
No, what is the word? Tell me. Maybe that's a hint.
What's the word which is common?
Yeah.
The Shadavan you're saying?
Okay, the word which is common in the translation is attention.
I'm not able to.
Although in that it is flipped actually. Now I think it's flipped. I'll show you the verse. Okay, there's a hint. In one of the tabs, a nearby verse is open.
Oh, 10.9.
Yeah, but
Madhyata Prana, that's what the verse, Prabhu?
that is open. So this is which verse, you know? No. Okay. It is this verse. It is similar. Somewhat. He here says attention. In synonyms, Prabhupada says attention. But aham sarvasva matta sarvam iti matva bhajante bhava samandita. Although here it's kind of flipped. I am the source of all spiritual materials, everything. I mean, the wise who perfectly know this, iti matva bhajante mam, who have this faith, they engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts, or basically with great attention.
With great attention, yeah. That's a respect and attention, yeah.
So the respect and attention, they will worship me who have that faith. And here he's saying, basically it's kind of flipped. But if you give full faith and attention, full attention and respect, you will get faith. You will get faith in what? You will get faith in that Krishna is aham sarvasya prabhu matta sarvam pravartate. You'll get faith in Krishna being the source, everything coming from him. So we may not, so the wise who are already wise, they know this. So they do this. But if we are not, then start with full attention and respect, then you'll get the faith. It's a nice flip, no?
Yeah.
Nice flip. Enjoy it. Amazing. What an enlivening discussion.
Yeah, because the subject is like that, the faith and
Thank you for nicely bringing that thing up. We started with faith equal to confidence, and then you got into the six topics of.
Sorry, I sidetracked you, Prabhu.
No, Prabhu, it was interesting. It was.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah,
Most beautiful.
it's
It is
the
most beautiful.
most
That's what it
beautiful
should be
connected.
like. Basically, in our case, we are not really, in that sense, doing anything. But we churn it. We
Yes.
churn it. And then based on that, come up with the. So let's quickly maybe mention what is a quick learning for each one of us, maybe, and Anurag Sharma Prabhu also speak up, and then maybe a practical application. Everybody can speak quick. We are 1.5 hours already.
For me,
What is a quick thing which was most interesting and maybe a practical thing that we can take and learn and apply? I'm also thinking about it.
see, for me, I am not getting the enthusiasm. I'm putting in other words, enthusiasm. The reason behind not being enthusiasm is one thing got stuck in the through the material desires, and another thing is because I'm not having faith in the words of Guru and Krishna. Why am I not having faith in the words of Guru and Krishna? Because I am not reading Bhagavatam daily. Because I do not have that respect and that attention. I am not giving the utmost attention to Bhagavatam or reading. This is the cause that I am not having faith in the words of Guru and Krishna and not having that enthusiasm to serve Krishna. So if I put everything in reverse, if I give full attention to
Yes.
Bhagavatam and
Yes.
respect and read every day, then my faith will slowly increase, and also my enthusiasm to serve Krishna will increase, and enthusiasm and Krishna will give me intelligence uh, to serve him. Because he sees the enthusiasm, he gives me the intelligence, and combined with regular Shravanam of Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a strong faith which gives me determination. So the whole, in order to everything to play out the way I described, I need to start doing first thing is regular attention and respect to Srimad Bhagavatam. This is the key for me. The take home point is at least
Great.
15, 20
Amazing.
minutes.
Thank you so
I
much.
want to read. I want to read whatever may happen. And I should not. And one other point, what Satyasara Prabhu made is, it might be something which you already know. Intellectually, you might think while reading, hey, I have read this 100 times. No, but still reading that pastime of Krishna. Whether your mind likes it or not, just do it. Just do it. Keep
Yeah.
reading this
But
regularly.
I will add a quick point there. I heard from Keshavananda earlier. Rasika Bhuvi Bhavukaha, the 1.1.3 of Srimad Bhagavatam. Rasika Bhuvi Bhavakaha. Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita or whatever, Prabhu, everything has a rasa associated in it, every verse. So extract that out. Let's not extract out just the intellectual point. Extract out a rasa, a emotion from that, a relation of Krishna and his devotee. So I can't stop myself from saying this, but if we say 2.1.10, right? One is I can try to see this verse being okay, it is in the Bhagavatam like that, right? But another is let's go there, and there is Parikshit Maharaj, and there is Sukdev Goswami. Parikshit Maharaj is about to leave the world. He's going to die literally, from the material perspective in 7 days. And here in Sukdev Goswami enters his spiritual master, and he is saying, my dear Maharaj, I shall recite before you because you are the most sincere devotee of Lord. How he is encouraging him. He's already telling him you are the most sincere devotee of Lord Krishna. Mahapaurushikaha. He's encouraging. There's a rasa going on between Parikshit Maharaj and Shukdev Goswami. You see this? How he is uplifting him, encouraging him. And he's always saying, I am going to recite to you. But why? Because you're the most pure, sincere devotee of Lord Krishna. In fact, Krishna also encouraged Arjuna in the same way. That much, Sakheti. What is that? Because you are my devotee and my friend, I shall recite. You can understand the Bhagavad Gita, right?
Yeah.
He told him also. One who gives full attention and respect achieves unflinching faith, the Supreme Lord, the giver of salvation. See, he's going to die in a week. He's telling him already, I've been going to tell you Bhagavatam, you're not going to die. You're going to get eternal life. Because Lord gives you will get unflinching faith in him. And because he's also instructing him. You give full attention and respect. If you do, he's encouraging him. He is also instructing him. Full attention and respect you should give. Then you will get unflinching faith. And obviously, if you get unflinching faith in the Supreme Lord, what will you get? You will get salvation. So I'm just trying to say there is a rasa here between the two divine personalities who are exchanging this. It is not just an intellectual exercise of some points. So we can extract that, and that is just like in mundane world, oh, what did that person tell you? How was he feeling? What did we all talk about that, right? But the same thing we have to apply here also.
Yeah. So to your
Anything
point,
which is being said has a rasa to it. Rasa means a relationship. Rasika bhuvi bhavaka. You have to extract that thing out from the translation, from the purport, etc., and then go back to what is that situation is, and we will
so
see.
for me, if I look at it, let's say if I am only reading the translation, then I am trying to extract or go deep and try to understand and extract the rasa in it. That I might be fortunate or unfortunate to understand it in a right way. But the rasa is already given in the purport. Our acharyas have taken and expanded that verse.
But in the purport also extract the rasa, because purport also I may read it just like an intellectual exercise. Then the purport also extract the rasa. But I think the basic premise of rasa is it's an interaction between the Lord and his devotees or amongst the devotees. Let's remember this.
Exactly. The rasa is not an intellectual exercise, right? As you keep reading it every day, when you have that, when the shraddha or the faith slowly starts building in it, automatically you feel the connection with Krishna. You don't have to really do an intellectual exercise to build the rasa out. It comes from the soul. It comes from the soul. So Krishna will enable.
That is also there, but no, that is also there. But what I just did right now is not. It's not really like a. See, in that sense, it's not like a mental speculation or that way where we call it. It's just like understanding, like it's a basic understanding, is that sense, right? It's a basic thing you can see already. And if you go into the purport deeper and all that, you may get more deeper points. In points by points, I mean not just intellectual points. You can already, you can feel, you can get some feeling, but also be attentive to that at least, or else at least be trying for that.
Yeah.
That's the idea. Otherwise, what is the meaning of? So you will get also by repeated reading and hearing, but I think there can also be a conscious awareness of this thing, that this is the live communication between two devotees here. A spiritual master to a dying disciple, right? The person who's going to leave. Well, all these different things, at least we can remember the personalities. That's what I see. So it comes out alive, right? And then that's my, and because we have read and heard so much, I don't think we will deviate in that sense. It's like last 20 years we've been hearing something. So we kind of have an idea in that sense. So anyway, I'm just saying that that's what I heard in one of the classes, that we have to be able to extract out the rasa, because it's not, otherwise we our mind is like, what intellectual point I'm getting, what interest I'm getting, that. And also another thing is, at the end of the day, it's not about me feeling happiness, it's about Krishna feeling happiness. So, that's, Krishna feel happy if I'm reading. It's another point, that's a separate point. But anyway, I thought I will bring up that point because so we can try to remember, even Bhagavad Gita. In fact, he said in that lecture that every verse of every, in fact, Mahaprabhu also said that, Sambandha Abhidheya Prayojan. All the Vedas, everything is basically talking about love. That's rasa. What is a sambandha? Which is that we have a loving connection, process reviving that loving connection, and the ultimate goal, love. So we can extract out love of God towards his devotees, and the devotees towards each other. That in here, you can extract out that love. It's all, Srutya Goswami has that, loving relationship with his disciple, like that. You can extract. I'm just saying that the relationship is there. This relationship is there. Just like we have a relationship, of friendship. That's why we are discussing these things. It's not just an intellectual thing. It's a rasa, which is there, right? Relationship, sakhya, bhav is there in that way. So same thing is there in every verse. You have to extract it out, and you have to look for that in the translation, in the purport, and then so many times the acharyas, commentaries, other things, that everything. Anyway, hope makes sense.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you for sharing. My point is also this, that read with full respect and attention, and also with this point which I was just saying, that with the understanding that this is try to extract out this rasa, this loving connection between the devotees and the Lord, like that. And if I do that in a regulated way, then gradually I will develop, like every day I want to do it for a certain time, let's say. Every day to do it for a certain time. If I do like that, and that time, I only do this, like this time. We dedicated the last 1.5 hours. I tried, that's it. This is to the extent I put full respect and attention to this. That's it. That definitely, as this verse says, some faith will go up. So this establishes that I want to read the Srimad Bhagavatam with full respect and attention, and with the rasa in mind. So
Yeah.
That's my side. Satyasar Prabhu and Anurag Prabhu can also share then in the end.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same, Prabhu. Just read Bhagavatam with rapt attention. It's multiple, many places it is said, with attention and with respect. And have faith also in the words of Bhagavatam. So we will get that feelings for the Lord by knowing his Rupa, Nama Rupa, Guna Lila. So that's one thing. Second for me is also that the faith that Krishna will protect me. So I feel that having that faith itself is an act of surrender. So we are talking about surrender in a big words, but having that faith itself is a surrender, because I may not know how Krishna will protect me, but I don't want that the anxiety or worry or resentment or any of that negativity come in my heart or mind and disturb my service. So just hold on to the faith. I want to practice that. Krishna will protect me and go on with that understanding that he knows what is best for me. The Suratam Sarvabhutanam. Not just in the time of danger, but all times. So that is what I want to really practice.
You want to practice what again? Just repeat if I can capture it. You want
No,
to
no.
practice?
The practice that Krishna will protect me and go on with the understanding. He is my maintainer, right? Not just at the time of danger, but all times. I said that is something I really want to practice. That sometimes we get carried away. Even we should always have that. So we should remind I want to remind myself. He is the maintainer. He is everything. He is all powerful. He is all knowing, and he is my best friend also. And he knows. Surudam Sarvabhutanam, right?
5.29.
Yes, Prabhu. So that's what these are two, three things I want to practice.
Yeah. Anurag Prabhu, not speaking much today.
Just want to improve chanting.
Huh?
Just want to improve chanting.
Want to improve my chanting.
That's the best, Prabhu. We all should do that.
इसको हिंदी में कहते हैं कि 100 सोनार की एक लोहार की. 100 times the goldsmith hits and 1 time the ironsmith hits. And that's what Anurag Prabhu with this final statement he has broken everything. Haribol. This is the power of a devotee. In one sentence, he can finish off everybody. Jai Anurag Prabhu ki.
Jai.
बलराम लीला प्रभु की जय. सत्यसार प्रभु की जय. नरेंद्र प्रभु की जय.
Andhra Prabhu ki jai. Wonderful session, Prabhu. Balaram Leela Prabhu, share that your notes you are preparing with us.
The notes of that, yeah, I can share.
Next week we'll continue the same discussion.
Next week will be Satyasar Prabhu's grand session.
No, Prabhu. Next week we'll continue this. I the way you started, I absolutely loved it.
So hear that lecture of Maharaj, and then.
Yes, Prabhu. We will continue this, Prabhu.
Yeah.
This has too many things in it. I've just keep capturing small notes. So we will make a.
Amazing, Balaram Leela Prabhu.
Yeah.
You are amazing. How you capture these things and.
Yeah, basically this is an idea anyway, just sharing. Nowadays in my phone itself, I just keep capturing small notes. Previously, I was adding it in random places, but now at least it's a little more organized. So, Jai Ho. Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
What an amazing
so
session.
much.
Today was a very special session. Such
Thank
an
you.
active participation after a long time. And I think really took it to a whole new level. Because previously it was just like, okay, more of a monologue. Or you were participating, but today
No,
I
because
really
it was in the night, Prabhu. It was in the night 10:30. I mean, my battery was down. We were just listening. That mood was not speaking. It was only hearing.
you have such power that although it is a night for us here, Anurag Sharma Prabhu is in Samadhi. I am trying to catch up with him. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So that is your Nice ability. But yeah, I think it was extremely special session. I really got reminded of in once, and I couldn't believe it was like 2002. I saw all the three of you.
Mm,
It's amazing how life really, after 22 years here,
wow.
we are here again and
I am in the
discussing this.
same. I
It's
put
a
the
miracle. It is a miracle of Srila Prabhupada, of His Holiness Harivilas Maharaj, His Holiness Rompad Swami Maharaj, all our gurus, definitely,
yeah.
that somehow or other uh, we are here after 22 years discussing.
I think I feel that 2002 was a golden year, that those times, Prabhu, because you don't know much about Krishna consciousness. You are in a full ignorance. So
Yes.
it was a bliss actually. Now you know only half. So it's half is really
Dangerous. You cannot neither
dangerous.
घर का ना घर का ना घाट का.
Exactly.
So you have to पार करना है. ये समुंदर पार करना है. Then you will be in other full bliss.
Yeah.
But you
At that
see
time,
how
Real
only
bliss.
at the time, Balram Lila Prabhu only will show off. You know,
ऊपर से ऐसा हाथ हिलाएगा. Hey, where are you? What are you guys doing?
exactly.
जल्दी आ जाओ ऊपर.
And with me, Prabhu, I was super ignorant, right? He will just boss over me. I still remember, who are you? I was arguing, I am Satyasaradas, I am Sarva, I'm working in Microsoft. He got so mad at me. Can't you understand this? You don't have common sense that you are not this body, you are spirit soul. I said, what the heck? I believe, I say what I believe. He got so mad at me. I will never forget that discussion,
I
Prabhu.
remember that discussion. You remember many things, but I remember that discussion. I was going like, who are
And
you? Who are you? That kind of thing. I was going into detail that way.
correct. On top of that, Nitya
I
Gauranga
remember that
Prabhu
discussion.
play me that video. Who am I? The Radhika Gopinath Prabhu. So that listen to this. Listen to this.
Which
My
one?
God,
Which one?
Radhika Gopinath Prabhu, Science of
Oh,
Self.
Radhika Gopinath Prabhu, self,
Radha Gopinath,
science of
Radha Gopinath.
self-realization. Okay,
Sorry,
okay.
Radha Gopinath. Radha
Radha
Gopinath.
Gopinath. Radha Gopinath.
And that is also a little bit mild only. But Balaram Lila is a heavy person.
Yeah, yeah.
And he will forcibly, he wants me to accept.
That
I'm
discussion
not
I
this God.
remember. Of all the discussions, that I don't know the exact details, but I know I was going like in a systematic way, or trying to go in some systematic way.
Prabhu, you go in systematic way, but please recognize my free will also.
Yeah.
So
So, but when you come to discussion with Balram Lal Prabhu, he will ask you first condition: put your free will aside and come here. Okay? Don't
you
carry your
accept
free
it.
will. Yeah.
And
बाहर
you have
छोड़
to
दिया.
accept it exactly what he says only. I was
Yeah.
arguing and the guy got so mad at me.
Yeah.
You don't have common sense.
Yeah. When he says yes and yes, it is only
And
yes.
Satyasar
You will not
Prabhu
say
is
yes
saying,
and yes. No
I
yes
am
and no.
like
Yes or
in
no.
my office, I'm like super up. You guys are like so down there in the office. यहाँ पे अपने घर पे at home, you're trying to boss over me.
But Prabhu, that all these things are helping, right? So today, who I am at least
You're
doing so
having those discussions, amazing.
because of you and Nitya Gauranga Prabhu. Of course,
It's
Andhra
really,
Prabhu support also.
it's amazing how we were really nothing of this we had been taught in our education. And like,
Mm.
I mean, in part of our education. And that's what I keep telling in this BRC, this thing. There was nothing in our education it's taught. When we were like 20, we were in our mid-20s, you know, that's when we met and we are discussing all of these things. And now, 20 years later, we can, you know, I've tried applying it in our lives. But we
Yeah.
still like so much long way to go, definitely for me.
Hmm.
So it's actually a disaster that none of this was taught in the first 25 years. You know, then only started to get that late.
And 25 years went by like
And
a
completely
flash.
brainwashed at that time to do everything else. And, you know, at the age of 26 or something, then I'm trying to get a first time an idea. I'm just trying to say, this is what Prabhupada calls a spiritual slaughterhouse. So imagine if we couldn't get that, and now we would have got connected, we would have lost another 20 years, but at least we got those 20 years, you
Hmm.
know. So, phew, So how fortunate, at least we got something. And I don't know how people are living their lives without this. It's just impossible. It's really is. What an insane world it is. Really insane.
Yeah.
Anyway, we can go on and on. But
Yes, Prabhu,
I
it's
fall at the lotus feet
1
of all the
p.m.
Vaishnavas
and
here
yeah.
who have blessed the fallen souls like me, especially
Vaishnava Pranam mantra.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo cha
Hari
patitanam
bol jai,
pavanebhyo
Agi bol jai ho, Dandavad.
Namo
Dandavats,
Namah.
Prabhu.
Ananta Koti Vaishnavindaki. Jai.
Jai.